Most digital products fail before they're ever even created. Not because of traffic, not because of ads, and not because the market is saturated. They fail because people build them backwards. Hey, my name is Jimmy Riley, and over the past few years, I've done over $10 million in digital product sales online. And once you understand this framework I'm about to show you, you'll never start a product the same way again. Starting with the first mistake, which is starting with a market instead of a real audience. Normally people start with things like, I want to sell a weight loss product, or I want to teach people how to make money online, or I want to create a dating course. Those aren't opportunities. Those are war zones. When you start here, you're competing with big brands, big budgets, and people who have been there for over a decade. It's not strategy, it's wishful thinking at best. Here's what works instead. You don't start with what you want to sell, and you don't start with a generic niche like weight loss or make money online. You focus on the people who are being ignored. Every big market is made up of a smaller group that no one is speaking directly to. And those groups, they're desperate to be understood, and they have very specific problems that no one is actually addressing with their products. For example, weight loss is almost impossible to compete in, but weight loss with low-carb diets, that's a little bit better. Weight loss with ketogenic low-carb diets, now we're getting more specific. How about mothers that want to use a ketogenic diet to lose weight, however, they have a family that's not on that same diet plan? Now we're getting to specific problems that we can create a product to solve. Or take the make money online niche, for example. It's impossible to compete in that niche. It's so oversaturated. But targeting freelancers, that gets a little bit better. Or targeting freelancers that hate client work, now we're getting more specific. Or how about freelancers trying to replace client work by selling digital products online? Now we're not talking about a niche or a market anymore. We're talking about real people with real problems that we can actually solve with our product. This is why whenever I'm starting a new digital product, I don't sit down and brainstorm ideas. I don't try to come up with hooks or angles or even use AI to find new ideas. Instead, I find very specific groups of people and where they're already hanging out online, and I just listen. Great places to start are places like Reddit, Facebook groups, and Amazon reviews. And I'm not talking about the big, massive niche groups. I'm talking about the smaller, more specific communities. Now here's the second big mistake that I see a lot of product creators doing when they're starting out. Most products try to sell features, but people don't buy features. They buy relief. They buy how they want to feel once their very specific problem is gone and out of their life. Freelancers don't just want more clients. They want predictable income without constantly hunting for the next gig. Creators don't want more followers. They want an audience that actually buys and not just likes all their posts. Founders don't want productivity hacks. They want to stop feeling behind no matter how hard they work. That's the real product. Now here's the third mistake that most new creators miss. They copy what already exists. They look at the best sellers and try to compete with them with better features, incremental improvements, lower prices, or just louder marketing. But the real opportunity lies in what people hate about existing solutions. If you want real insights, read the 1- and 2-star reviews for the products in your market. It's not the negativity, it's really unpaid market research. When you see the same complaints showing up again and again, that's going to be your number one opportunity. When you see people saying, man, these are just too complicated. I don't have time for this. This is overwhelming. Those aren't complaints. Those are signals and pain points that are not being met by the products in your market. If your product removes the thing that everyone else ignores, you don't have to convince anyone to buy. You become the obvious choice over your competition. Now, when you combine these three things, everything clicks. Your hook is not meant to be clever. It's meant to be clear. And here's the format that I use based on these three elements. I help a specific set of people get the results they want without the thing they hate dealing with. That one sentence does all the heavy lifting. For example, I help freelancers create predictable monthly income without constantly chasing new clients. Or I help creators turn small audiences into buyers without posting nonstop or going viral. Or I help first-time founders launch their first product without guessing what the market wants. Or I help moms on the ketogenic diet lose weight with meal plans their whole family will love. That's how products go viral and sell themselves. Now, this framework does three things. It makes your competition irrelevant, it makes marketing easier, and tells people, this was built specifically for you. That's why this scales. So remember this, don't chase markets, isolate people. Don't sell features, sell relief. Don't copy products, fix frustrations. Now, once you have a solid product, the next question is pretty obvious. How do you actually get buyers? I put together a short video that shows how to get started getting sales for your digital product without building an audience first. If you want to see exactly how that works, watch this next video right here.